then we are going to play our You Came Back action card to ready Clarabelle. And then we are going to quest Clarabelle for another 2 lore. That's 18 lore. And then we get to, you know it, quest with Ursula.
NANI?
It looks like Christmas came early this year because we're playing the red and green deck. And that's the color of Christmas. It's the exact 30-30 split, and the star of the show is Robin Hood, and this is updated for the Azurite C. It's a straightforward list with a couple of shift lines. It's got the Mulan shift line to be able to take out the enemy's characters and ping some damage around. It's got Ursula to snipe some songs if we suspect that they got that going on. And then Clarabelle to help us draw back up cards. And look at how huge Clarabelle is. It's a 5'6" body, which is one of the best stat lines in the whole game. It can quest for 2, and at the end of your turn, if chosen opponent has more cards in their hand than you, you may draw cards until you have the same number. Pretty good deal. And then the star of the show, as we said, Robin Hood, Sharpshooter. Whenever this character quests, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal an action card with a cost 6 or less and play it for freezies. Put the rest into your discard. So you're doing a little bit of milling, but you're also doing a little bit of playing the best actions for freezies. And that's okay because there's over 30 actions. There's over half of the deck is actions. Incredible value. Where characters, 26, 8, and 26. Incredible. We got all the actions that you can think of. This one, maybe not the best, but it does 1 damage to chosen character. Thievery. Your opponent loses 1, you gain 1. And the newest, greatest action that came out of Azurite C is You Came Back Ready. Chosen character. It's so solid. If we get to play that, we can quest Robin Hood again and then look at the next top 4 and just mill ourselves out. That's the goal. We're excited to play it together. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments and I'll get back to you. We're going to go to menu, export, ink table, and play on ink table.
Things that we learned in this video: Maui is usually the right play. Not playing Maui is usually the wrong play. Number 2, AI doesn't want you to play the Shift Mulan. The AI denies Shift Mulan like 3 times this game. It's crazy. It's bonkers even. And number 3, You Came Back action card will win more games than Merlin Goat. I guarantee it.
We are going against the deck that we played yesterday here on the channel, which was a green-purple bouncing deck. So if you want to watch that video, there's a card up there that has that too. Or you can watch it at the end of this video. I don't know. We don't have Robin Hood in our hand, and he is the star of the show. We sure do have a Mulan shift line. What's her shift? It's 4. Oh, it's 5. It's bad. We're mulliganing everything. We're trying to get the Robbity Bobbity. That's our only goal to play in this video. We play the Robbity Bobbity. We make them work. We do the things. We lose lore, and we gain lore. We like the sound of that. We might save it. We might play it this turn. We're not going to play it this turn. This is draw 3 cards, put 2 cards from your hand on top of your deck in any order. Don't mind if I do. Or we ink it. I think we're going to ink it. And then, do we play the Thievery to gain an easy lore? Is it that easy? Or do we wait until they have a lore? If we wait until they have a lore, then we can't use Mulan next turn. I think we're just going to go ahead and play it and be a silly goose. They lose a lore and we gain a lore. You can't lose more than 0 lore. If it's a negative number, it's treated as 0 in the game of Disney Lorcana trading card game. They banished their Chernbox followers. I was thinking goons, like the, I don't know what I was thinking, dude. We have Mulan that we can play, which might be good. But what if they have a song? Maybe we want to get rid of their song. Maybe we want to play the Ursula. I think that's the move. We are going to sadly ink one of the Mauis, one of the best cards in the game, and play Ursula, take a little peek-see at their hand. They have 2 songs. They have a 3rd song. And we're not going to get rid of that because if they bounce Ursula back, then we can play Ursula again, and then we can snipe another song. So what we're sniping is one of the friends on the other side. There we go. That's our move. And then we pass the turn. They're up at 3 ink. They quest Mother Gathel. That's 1 lore. And then they play Kick Cow Kicker. It bounces our character back to our hand. We get another Mulan. Good deal. We are going to ink her. And then we are going to stay with the plan of playing Ursula a 2nd time to snipe friends on the other side. We want to get rid of their cards. Yeah, they could bounce us back to hand and we wouldn't be able to challenge anything. but that's okay with us. Them having less cards is a good deal. And Friends on the Other Side is one of the best card draws in the entire game of Disney Lorcana. They play Poor Unfortunate Souls, bounces Ursula back to the hand. Now we know that they don't have any songs, and we're good to go. Next turn, we're going to get Robin Hood cooking. We get Mulan, so we kind of want to save Mulan, and then we can kind of safely ink our Ursula now, and then play our Robbity Bobbity. They're cooking up the lore, but it's okay because Robbity Bobbity's got some smoke for us. They play a Mother Gothel. Do we want to set up our Mulan, or do we want to just put Maui out to take out some easy characters next turn? Probably Maui, but we don't know. They're up to 7 lore. We're not going to challenge this turn. Ooh, okay. We're going to start it off strong with questing our Robbity Bobbity. Boom. Up to 3 lore. We get to look at the top 4 cards and play one of these cards for freezies. We can play Thievery. They lose a lore. We gain a lore. We could play We Don't Talk About Bruno. Remove one of their characters, and then they have to discard it. Or A Pirate's Life. The big meme. Each opponent loses 2 lore. You gain 2 lore. That's what we like to see. This will probably be better in a tactical situation. Definitely should play this, but we're going for the Pirate's Life to be big old memers, right? How many lore are they at? They're at 5 now, and we're at 5. That's what we like to see. We can either put the Maui out, or we can just play We Don't Talk About Bruno. Or we get out Mulan, and then she'll be able to ping damage 3 times next turn. I think we like the Mulan play the most here. Are we inking Clarabelle? Are we that crazy? And then only playing a 2-drop card? That's what we're doing this turn. That's what's up. They're going to be able to take out this Robin Hood. They do love challenging stuff. There goes our idea out the window. They take out Robin Hood, One Fall Swoop with the Merlin Goat. And now we are cooked. They're questing up, and there's nothing for us to do. We could remove one of their cards. We could remove another one of their cards. But who knows what would be best? We get Thievery, which is okay with us because we could remove a card and then bounce a card. Do we get rid of Maui? Maui could take out everybody eventually. I think we just need a character on board, and I think his name is Maui Wowie Zowie Pizza, and then he is going to challenge 4, 5. Ooh, yuck. Yeah, he doesn't survive very long. He's just going to take out a Mother Gothel. And then we are going to be able to... Do we ink Bruno? Are we that crazy? Are we doing just the random things just to be able to play Thievery? Chosen opponent loses a lore. We gain a lore. Love to see it. That's 2 of those played this game already. They shift the Mother Gothel. We have to return a card to our hand, and that's okay because if they quest this Gothel, we can play Maui and then rush them. They're questing, do they quest the Gothel, knowing that we have Maui in hand? They do because they're an AI and not a real person. We get a Mosquito Bite, and that's okay with us because we can ink it so then we can play Maui and Mulan. We are going to play Maui. And Maui is going to challenge the Big Mommy. She's gone. And then we get to play Mulan. Finally, welcome to the battlefield. And then pass the turn. They have 2 cards. We have 2 cards. They have 5 more lore than us, which is a bit too much. They put their character to the library. They're going to banish it by attacking our Maui to draw a card. It's a good deal. And then they sing Friends on the Other Side. Look at that card advantage that they have. They don't put the goat to the library, but that's okay. Improvise. Character gets +1 strength this turn and draw a card. 2, 5, 1. Whenever you play an action, gets +3. We are going to play Dragonfire. We're going to get rid of the goat. That gives us +2. And then we will challenge into the library. Trying to get rid of the library. And we definitely should have used that, but we did not. And then we passed the turn. That's what we got going on. We got to play 1 Robin Hood one time. They ink, they're up to 5. And they play a Magic Broomski and a Mother's Knows Best to return our Mulan to hand. They really don't want our Mulan to do the thing. And they move the broom to there. Ew, 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 ew. If we play Mulan, then there's nothing we can do. Does she gain Rush if I shift her? You shift, she gains +2, and then she can ping some damage. It doesn't do it to it. I guess we play this card just to draw a card. Yeah, we'll give ourselves plus to draw a card. It's Maui. That's almost perfect. If we ink Mulan, we can play Maui. Or do we wait a turn? They're going to get 2 lore, and then they could bounce us this turn. They could literally just bounce us. With Poor Unfortunate Souls, Mother's Knows Best, any Mother Gothel. They have so many bouncing options to get rid of us. I think Maui is the right call for sure. But we would have to ink Mulan. And then we play our Maui, Wowie Zowie Pizza. And then we can take out the location. That's what we got going on. But now we ain't got no smoke. And then we pass the turn. We're up to 8 ink and only 1 card in hand. They quest their broom. Do they have a card to play? It looks like they play the Cheer in a Box Followers. They get to draw a card. They still have 4 ink to play with. It's Mother Gothel. They have to play that for 2. If they had a little bit more ink, if they had 3 more ink, they could have returned chosen character to our hands, but they don't. We get the action card again. We're going to play it. Mulan Improvise gives +1 strength over here. We get Brawl. Brawl is okay with us. We're going to take out the Cheer in a Box Followers so they cannot draw a card with it next turn. And then we get to quest our Mulan, which is a +5. What's going on here? Whenever you play an action? Yeah, wow. She's +5. And then we're up at 4. And then do we pass the turn? We could gain 1 more lore if we play this. It's not worth it. But what if they make us discard? They do a Merlin Crab to get plus power and then take out her Mulan. They do not want her Mulan doing a single thing this game. There's Mosquito Bite. Almost useful, but not quite. We are going to get to challenge the Mother Gothel. Boom, she's gone. She's out of there. And then we get to pass the turn. It's a weird, terrible spot we're in there. Added Diablo. Diablo gets to gain a lore, but luckily we saved our Mosquito Bite, so we'll be able to ping the Diablo. Right? We will get to play that. Ping the Diablo. They don't get to quest with it, but they do get to draw a card with it. And then we can play this. Again, we'll give the plus strength here, and then we get to draw a card. It's Ursula, Deceiver of All. Deceiver, not Deceiver of All. And then we will get to play her and then see if they got a song, which they did. The wombo combos are true. We get to discard that card for free, and then we can challenge into the crab. There he goes. And then we can pass the turn. It's not looking too good for us. There is the Cheer in a Box Followers. They can draw an extra card this turn. We get a Pirate's Life. Don't mind if I do. We're just going to hard cast it. They lose 2. We gain 2. And then we can quest our Ursula. Boom. That's a whole another lore right there. And then we pass the turn. We're saving this for our game-winning closeout. They have Maleficent Staff, which is the smoke in this deck. They can banish their Cheer in a Box Followers and draw a card. They don't use it, so maybe we need to figure it out. It's only characters' cards? Yeah. So we just quest for 1, and then we pass the turn. That's all we got going on. They play Emerald Chromecon, which is a bad deal for us. We get Brawl. We're saving it. We're going to be able to not play a card. We are going to quest our Ursula. Slow but steady. This is kind of a crazy game. Just gaining 1 lore at a turn with Ursula. And then we pass the turn. We have lots of options here. We don't talk about Bruno. It's going to get rid of our Maui. And then it discards our You Came Back action card. It hurts. But it's right back to Flavor Town. Look at that. You came back. We are going to get to quest Ursula. We will get to play Maui Wowie Zowie Pizza. And then we're going to pass the turn. That's what we got going on. Maybe we should have used the thing to quest for 2. We get Hypnotic Deduction, draw 3 cards, put 2 cards from your hand onto the top of your deck in any order. Don't mind if I do. We are going to pass the turn. Didn't mean to press that button at all. Meant to press the play button. We get Clarabelle. She's all right. She's going to win us the game. Don't mind if I do. We are going to play Clarabelle. And then quest our Ursula. We're at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's interesting. And then we pass the turn. The You Came Back can get us 4 lore next turn. They do have the Diablo. We get a Dragon Fire. We are going to quest Clarabelle. Then we are going to play our You Came Back action card to Ready Clarabelle. And then we are going to quest Clarabelle for another 2 lore. That's 18 lore. And then we get to, you know it, quest with Ursula. And then we get to play our Brawl. Is Brawl the best move? I think Maui's Pizza is the best move. If we sing it with Maui, then Maui can do a thing this turn. Gets rid of their Diablo. They discard a card. It's Mim Fox. Love to see it. And then we can still play our Hypnotic Deduction. We draw 3. And then we put 3 on top. This one. And this one. And that's it. Yes, good. And we still have 3 ink to play. So we'll play the same card again because we're crazy over here. Look at that. Oh, we get to put 2 back. We love to see the Robbity Bobbity. That's what we want to play in this game. And then maybe we ink Brawl just so we can play Robbity Bobbity. Is that the move? We're not going to be able to play it this turn, but we're going to pass the turn. They're 15 lore. We're at 19. There is a Magic the Broom and a Diablo. They're going to banish the Broom to draw a card. And we're kind of scared. We're going to get to play Robbity Bobbity. And then we can also play the Dragonfire onto their Diablo. They're going to get to draw a card, but that's okay. And then when we banish a character, they can bounce chosen character back. So they bounce our Clarabelle. We are going to ink Clarabelle because the game's over. We're just wanted to quest with Robin Hood. Unless they do some crazy things. Oh, they got a lore because they bounced a card back. We're going to pass the turn and see if they have the wombo combos. Oh, they did it. They bounced a card, and then they get a lore from that. But that's okay, because we're here at the end of the game, and we are going to quest our Robbity Bobbity. Robbity Bobbity looks at the top 4 cards. We get to find an action card. It's Thievery that we get to play for free. They lose a lore, and we gain a lore all the way up to 22. We put out new videos every day. Thanks for watching. Please smash the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1 million subscribers.